Hey there guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel once again. Today I have already uploaded 2 videos. So it's past midnight but still within 24 hours. So I'm gonna do a couple more videos. If I do have like fuel, I'll try to do 3, but not likely tonight because I am very tired. Bangladesh right now is facing some of the worst conditions ever, weather conditions, and it drains you so bad. Everybody, even the fittest guy in Bangladesh is complaining. But anyway, I decided to continue my work. This whole month is ending. September is starting. After September, there's October. Just a couple more months we have to hang in there, you know. So anyway, so for that kind of weather that's coming up in say December, November, December, this fragrance may be a good choice. Okay. So this one I bought recent times. I thought this is a latest release, but it's not. Apparently, maybe it's discontinued. I'm not sure. This is called Rayhaan Oud Noir. Okay, dark woods. Okay, this is basically the translation. So I will talk about this. I didn't know this one existed or this line existed, but apparently Fragrantica Bangladesh brought it in Bangladesh, and I thought it's a new release. So basically, let's see what is this all about, and hopefully you'll enjoy the review. It's very inexpensive fragrance. Okay, this one is I think $25. Okay. And then this fragrance is 100 ml EDP concentration, right? EDP, yeah. And it looks quite nice. So Rayhaan, I have reviewed quite a few fragrances now. I really wish to review everything from this house. They do have some female ones, which I didn't try that many, but the men's one, most of them, like I would say 75% of them turn out to be good. So this one, they have Rayhaan written at the back. So this is easier to open like that. Simple. This looks kind of nice, the design, but when you hold it, when you sit, this packaging is kind of cheap, so it goes with the price point. It's economic fragrance, so it follows the bottle, the same bottle they used in all their fragrances for gents. Okay, so this is called Rayhaan Oud Noir. Once again, very dark matte look to it. Everything matte looks awesome, especially like a Lamborghini or something like that. So this is how that bottle looks, and I don't know if it says a sticker or anything. Can't see. Yeah, there is a batch code there, but that's as much as it gets. No sticker or anything. So back has the calligraphy. Okay, so dark woods, basically maybe they're part of the wood collection. Okay, so this one, since this is an older collection and affordable one, they did not put magnet. This is like a, you can say, like good grip and stuff like that. Okay, so snug fit. Atomizer is okay, not bad, really good atomizer. I would say actually very good atomizer. I'm wearing that fragrance there. Just let's respray. Let's couple of sprays. So let the cell down. Apparently this is a take on Ford Oud Wood. Okay, I still do not know how to say the name properly, so I do apologize if I said that wrong. So Ford, I think Oud Wood is one of the most fan favorite from Ford. For me, it's not the most favorite for a few reasons. It smells great. I did review Ford's Oud Wood, and I did have quite a few Fords in my collection. Still have only a few. But Ford I borrowed from my friends, my fans, so I reviewed almost like whatever was available in Bangladesh. I think I did quite decent job. So Ford has 2 lines. One is their designer line. When I started collecting, I didn't know Ford is a designer house. So I thought Ford is a niche because they have so much expensive, like the price point is very high. Since the beginning, you know, like Tuscan leathers, Oud Wood, Tobacco Veni, you know, all those beautiful, gorgeous bottles that look like this. This is a dupe, by the way. This is Mason Alhambra, but this bottle design they basically had. This one is now discontinued. So these 2 fragrances have something in common as well. So this Wood, the original one, before I speak about this, the original smelled very luxurious, very, I would say all the reviewers loved that. Okay, back in the days, Mark, whoever reviewed back in the day, they were big fan of it, Sebastian. But in my humble opinion, Oud Wood, given the complexity and the nature of the perfume, was very weak juice. Okay, there was a Oud Wood Intense or something like that. The intense ones, they are better, but not the same smell. I really wish the Oud Wood original that held that potency. But paying like $350, okay, to $450, I did not see Ford's that fragrance really, like, you know, I would do that. I never did it, but that nice cardamom, the spices, the woodiness, and you know, the spices like the coming from cardamom as well as some pimento or pepper. So very simple, woody, sorry. Yeah, my cold is much better, but once in a while, you know, when I smell perfumes, especially the affordable ones, sometimes the syntheticness goes to your system and then, you know, make you a little bit disturbed. Anyway, this stuff, given that Oud Wood, that nice little smell, let's see how this one compares. And I'll let you know how much it actually could replicate, how it performs, if it's good budget fragrance, stuff like that. And I'll compare to a couple of other perfumes. So 100 ml, great deal. I like 100 mls, so kudos goes to Rayhaan. And the price point, these two are their strength. So whatever Rayhaan makes, this is going to be like $10-15 cheaper than its competitors like Latafa, Mason Alhambra Latafa, French Avenue, then their Pride line or their Niche Amarati. This is where price point wise Rayhaan is like trying to capture the market. I cannot say Rayhaan's all their fragrances are top notch, like 10 out of 10, but there are a few favorites of mine. Okay, especially the new Valhalla, pretty nice. Adonis was good, Crimson was good. Some of the other ones, the Tiger, Lion, I don't remember one more. There was Rayhaan's, that Savage clone was very good. So this one, I would say first of all, how much does it capture the OG? It captures in a synthetic way about 80-85%, as much as 85%, 80 to 85%, just imaginary. Why not 100? Why not 90? This fragrance smells, you can tell reverse engineering, and you can tell the quality ingredients is not used in this, okay? And I'll tell you which is not a problem, because this price point, whatever Tom Ford is using, they cannot utilize here. Very simple, okay? If you have some brain, you will understand. Otherwise, Toyota is a great car, no, not Toyota. Kia and BMW would be the same value. You know what I mean? As car brands. So this one feels like the Kia, which is good value. Kia, not Kia, Hyundai, better brand. Hyundai's cars are decent, okay? They have some really good new cars, right? They're new ones like is it Phoenix or something, like they have this really nice, no, Genesis, I think, Hyundai Genesis, very good car I saw a few years back. So that is very good, very nice, and got all the features, even more so than BMWs. But if you compare to the Lexus, Tom Ford is the Lexus and this is the Hyundai, okay? I think I made myself clear. Plenty good. I mean, if you get the Genesis, I saw the interior and everything, I liked it a lot, but I know in the long run, 20 years time, the BMW, maybe not BMW, Lexus or Benz will hold the value so much more, okay? So this fragrance smells good for a synthetic way. It smells very nice. It has a sweet cardamom note, which I really like. And it does feel like a shadow of Oud Wood with better longevity, but the quality is missing in there, okay? Straight up, you can tell the quality difference. I remember Oud Wood, when I smelled it, I knew I loved it. I knew I loved you. What was the song? Savage Garden, right? I knew I loved you. The moment I saw you, something that is a song, Savage Garden or someone, anyway. So this one, I like it. I'm not gonna say I dislike it. I like this a lot, like given the price point, it's very good. Even though syntheticness is there, I get a little bit alcohol blast in the opening, which makes my nostril disturb a little bit. It goes away, let's say 7 minutes or so, 5-7 minutes, it goes away. Then it becomes kind of sweet, decent. If you remember Arma of Niche, Black Onyx or Onyx, there was this fragrance, right? The Niche line. That one had plenty of like cardamom, a lot of spices. That was too spicy. This one is a sweet spice. So imagine in Pakistan, I know there's a documentary or travelers, they go, just giving you an idea. In the mountains, Pakistani people are super nice. If you have misconception, Pakistani people are some of the friendliest people I have seen. I met myself in Malaysia, Kashmiris, Pakistanis, people from Afghanistan, great people. So when you go to their country, you get great hospitality. Tea, they'll give you paya, they'll give you, like all this food, and they're very big hearted. They don't take payment from foreigners, and they're so friendly, So I remember one episode, I think Sonny, the best food reviewer in the world, he went there and he was having some cardamom tea or something, and the way he explained that tea, that aroma or whatever, was it him or Heinz, what's his name? No, Mark Wins, I think, man, I have to keep the hand away. Mark Wins said that tea smells so nice, it was so aromatic. So this reminds me that imagination of cardamom that I have, the sweet cardamom, It's not tea-like, but it feels like the cardamom was soaking in tea. You know what I mean? So, sorry. Something is telling me I have to criticize this heavily because it's making me coughing. Anyway, I would say this actually is pretty good, but the syntheticness you cannot ignore. There is synthetic vibe. So I would suggest put it on the shirt before you leave the house, like 15 minutes before. That by that time the synthetic and opening alcohol will go. But apart from that, build quality, this fragrance is very decent. So as I already said, let's say 80%, not 85%, 80 out of 100, which is decent. At this price point, you cannot complain. The performance I got from this was 3.5 hours total longevity, and that third hour is already pretty mellow on my skin. It loses completely all the spices. It remains woody and a little bit sweet. So you can tell, like let's say some, you know, those one of those Korean marks, they made an inspired version of some niche fragrances. This smells like better quality than that, little bit more oomph, you know, and then altogether package very decent. But if you crave for Oud Wood, you know, I have always some options. So this one is a good one. I'll give this fragrance still for the price. I was gonna give it 7.5, but for the price point, they get 8. So let me tell you some alternatives. As I already shown, this discontinued line, I think they released under a new name. So this was Latafa Maison Alama's take on Oud Wood, Woody Wood. This fragrance was plenty nice. The bottle presentation, this one even smells different. You know, this smells like this seems different. Okay, if you still can score this somewhere, I would suggest this one over the Rayhaan. Quality wise, longevity, way superior fragrance. But better than both those fragrances, something from designer side discontinued, more expensive, but you can get this for 1/3 price of the Tom Ford. This is Versace's Oud Noir. So as a reviewer, I must tell you, you know, like whatever I feel. This one, some people did not agree. This is not a dupe of Oud Wood, Royal Wood, but I tell you, it definitely captures some of those feel, and definitely one of the most beautiful, spicy, elegant, woody fragrance that Versace ever made. To me, this is the best Versace ever. My top 3 Versaces are Versace Man, this, Versace the Dreamer, VPH, and Eau Fraiche. Okay, these 5 perhaps. This definitely is like high quality juice. If you really want to get like a nice woody, kind of citrusy, and this one is more natural, it's just great. It warms you up, right? And also reminds me of AM7 Oud Absolute, right? So this is the GOAT. If you want to get it with $100, get it still now. It's getting very hard to find, Versace Oud Noir. So anyway, Rayhaan, I would say 80% captures the essence of Oud Wood, and this is definitely woody, but not too dark. I would imagine, you know, it could be darker. But I'm not, you know, complaining about the quality of the juice, because it is once again $25. Okay, so for that, plenty good. So check it out. It's for mature noses, not the young kids, and not for summer. Basically, it will die very quickly in summer. Some people are already complaining, man, this one is synthetic, this one is not long lasting. Yes, because it's summer. You have to understand this weather. If you don't understand the weather, like relation or chemistry between the weather and the fragrance, then you're playing the fragrance game wrong. You have to study and read what the weather is like. Okay, so put this on perhaps in colder nights, summer nights when it rains, or the early days of fall. This will be plenty nice, you know. For the price, great. Thanks for watching. Let's do a list, then we'll upload this together. Take care.